I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, parents, relatives, guests, faculty and staff, and most of all, the outstanding Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts class of 2020. We are honored to have you to join us for the commencement ceremony for the class of 2020. Before we move forward with today's ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize a group of talented men and women who work extremely hard on behalf of all students at Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts. And they are the Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts faculty and staff. Please join me in giving them a hearty round of applause.
Bienvenidos amigos, familiares, administradores, maestros, y the outstanding class of 2020. I'm Patience Stuckey, your senior class president, and it is an honor to have the opportunity to speak to you all, whether virtually or otherwise. I cannot continue without first addressing the current circumstances. You are among an elite class of seniors that has accomplished this feat in the midst of a global pandemic, an economic disaster, and a peak of racial uproar. You are living proof that no matter how bad things may seem, there will always be good in this world. I like to live with the notion that everything is temporary. The struggles that it took you to get here were temporary, and the laughs and tender moments you shared with your peers along the way were temporary. I can't sit here and tell you everything's going to be okay, but I will tell you that this situation will not last forever, and we will emerge out of this in prosperity. Each member of the class of 2020 is a future success story. I see future entrepreneurs, CEOs, performers, doctors, lawyers, engineers, service members, and leaders of a new world. Relaying this message to you takes me back to my 8th grade graduation, in which I recited a speech on the importance of education, and it amazes me that God has taken me back to this place once again to be a vessel to encourage my peers. And since then, I've met so many amazing people and accomplished so many things in high school, and my experience has been anything but typical. But that stems from the fact that the class of 2020 is not typical. We are strangers to mediocrity. We are brilliantly talented, undeniably resilient, and we possess the unique power to come together and support each other, whether strangers or friends, when it matters the most. Right now, you may be experiencing an array of emotions. You may feel like something's been taken from you, and you may be wondering, why me? But I'm here to tell you that this is a blessing in disguise. This name will now and forever hold weight in this world. People will look back on times like this and wonder how we did it, how we managed to triumph in times of uncertainty and managed to come closer together in this newly touchless world. And when they ask, tell them it's because you're a member of the class of 2020 and greatness will forever be in your path. We walk, operate, and exist in excellence, and the world now knows that. Going forward, I charge you with this. Use this. Channel this new addition to your life's resume and use it to remind you. If you take nothing else from this, remember that you are always stronger than your situation. Being your senior class president has given me the honor of seeing each of you grow as scholars and as people, so I wish you nothing but prosperity as you embark on the next journey of your life. But for now, be proud of yourself, because you did it, and that's something that no one can take away from you. So go forth and live abundantly, because you deserve it.
Greetings. It is my honor to recognize our students' hard work in securing scholarships by providing the total scholarship amounts for the graduating class of 2020. Many of these students will also qualify to receive the Hope and Zell Miller scholarships from our governor. Combined, they have been offered over $4,806,428 in academic and fine arts scholarships. The administrators, teachers, and staff of Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts are proud to recognize our graduating seniors who have displayed outstanding academic achievement during their high school career. It is my pleasure to announce the names of our honor graduates. The students among the top 10% of the graduating senior class are Amir Ali, Lauren Allums, Tulawaleshe Ayantunji, Tiffany Doe, Lakaya Franklin, Faith Garrett, Maya Jackson, Darian Long, Diana Wynn, David Obi, Talia Sanders, Sriraksha Sandaraj, and Joy Williams. We would also like to recognize those in the class of 2020 who are graduating with a 4.0 or higher GPA. Those students are Darian Long, Diana Wynn, Sriraksha Sandaraj, Maya Jackson, Joy Williams, Tiffany Doe, David Obi, Amir Ali, Faith Garrett, Talia Sanders, Lauren Allums, Tulawaleshe Ayantunji, Lakaya Franklin, Sydney Williams, Alyssa Egarugu, Olivia Mason, Zara Brown, Damari Henderson, Gia Burson, Brittany Gates, Noni Hamler, Joshua Pascal, Adriana Bland, Coffee Hamler, Nia Parks, Vishrut Thacker, Cameron Smith, Shay Elise Dixon, Michael Parks, Rebecca Acosta, and Kimberly Rojas. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts, I would like to congratulate each of these students for their outstanding accomplishments.
Good evening. Every graduation class has students who achieve at a very high level of performance. We would like to recognize the two students whose academic records at Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts have been at the very top of the class. The student who has achieved the highest cumulative grade point average over the past 4 years is presented the Valedictorian Award. This year's valedictorian is Darian Long. The student who has attained the second highest cumulative grade point average for the past 4 years is presented the Salutatorian Award. This year's Salutatorian is Diana Wynn. Congratulations to both of you for your outstanding academic achievement.
Good evening, students, family, friends, teachers, administrators, and everyone who made this event possible. From the moment I was told that I am to give a speech, I wasn't really sure what I would be speaking about, so I will start by sharing how I became salutatorian. I am very fortunate to be able to say that I have always had a strong support network. I definitely would not have been able to achieve this if I did not have the endless love and support that my friends and family provided. I've met many new people since coming to Stilwell, and I believe this is due to the fact that Stilwell is selective. It's not a school you can just be zoned to. It was a nice change because when I transitioned from elementary to middle school, I saw the same faces. I'm sure a lot of my classmates experienced the same things because most people didn't really know each other when we first entered as freshmen. This allowed us to make new friends, find new work partners, and just make new memories in general. Some of our interactions were facilitated by our teachers through group assignments. I know most of my bonds were formed when I started working with my classmates because I couldn't gather the courage to just walk up and start talking to them. Dual enrollment also plays a really big role in my path to becoming salutatorian. So I would like to acknowledge my counselors who gave me information on dual enrollment and helped me adjust to being a dual enrollment student. I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me in my decision to do dual enrollment. If I did not have their support, I would not have been able to stand here today to deliver this speech. I would also like to honor all of our family and friends that have come to support us, along with our teachers and mentors who have guided us through this chapter in our lives. On behalf of the students, I would like to thank all of the people who made our high school experience possible, and I want to express my gratitude to everyone who is at this ceremony today. It is because of you that we are able to reach this milestone in our lives. I would like to congratulate the class of 2020 for making it this far. Tonight we entered as seniors on the brink of graduation, and I ask all of you to remember back in August 2016 when we walked the halls as freshmen, or as Mr. Mack would call us, frosh. From then to now, we have formed many unexpected bonds along with many unpredictable turns of events during our 4 years in high school. We started with the presidential election of 2016 and will end with the coronavirus, but at the end of the day, we persevered and we made it. Tonight is more than just a night of liberation from high school. It is a celebration of all of the good and bad memories that we've made together these past 4 years. Memories with our alternating A and B day lunch buddies, memories with adapting to different styles of teaching, and most importantly, it's a celebration of the future. Some of us will continue going to school, while others are ready to venture out into the world. Tonight marks the end to our beginning. I wish all of you guys the best of luck in your future endeavors, and I thank you for listening.
Greetings, parents, faculty, and the senior graduating class of 2020. For the past 4 years, we've all laughed, cried, and struggled together. We've all found ways to finesse music theory and not play the piano with Mr. Baggerly. We've all stressed and worked together in special ways as to how we would pass Mrs. Conaway's class. And we can't forget about our favorite class of all time, English with Mr. Parlier. Although we felt as though these last 4 years took forever and ended so soon. For the past 4 years, we have dreamed of the day of when we will be known as the seniors of the school. We have dreamed of the day of when the younger students will look up to us, including those 11th graders who cannot wait for us to graduate so they can finally be the seniors of the school. We have dreamed of the time of when we will be able to participate in all of our senior activities, such as senior week or prom, senior trips, our last senior showcases, and even our final senior walk. While we were not able to do those things, we must rise above the current situation and continue to thrive, continue to be successful. Once said best by Michelle Obama, with an education, you can have everything you need to rise above all of the noise and fulfill every last one of your dreams. Noise. It is no secret that the senior class of 2020 was born during a time that the world was grieving and panicking over the catastrophe of 9/11. And now we're graduating as the world is grieving and panicking over the pandemic known as COVID-19. While these times are considered to be our 2 biggest launches into freedom, happening in the midst of tragedies, we know that we will excel through these situations as our parents and teachers planted in us the seed of knowledge and to be prosperous. We must keep going and rise above all of the challenges and obstacles that can't stand in our way. As Harriet Tubman put it, always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach the stars and to change the world. We have now acquired and accomplished one of the greatest gifts our ancestors fought so hard for, education. Education is one of the best tools that we can have in order to change the world. One thing that I can say about this distinguished class is that I know the class of 2020 will have one of the greatest impacts on the world. If you want it, guess what? You can have it. Nothing is impossible, only improbable. Everything you want in life is already yours. Let nothing stand in your way. The only competitor you should face is the person that you were yesterday. 2020 was supposed to be the year of perfect vision, but everything wasn't so perfect. Despite the fact that the year did not start off perfectly, we must continue to excel in the life in which we are to succeed. Know that we are the best and we will not settle for anything less than what we are deemed to accomplish. As we move on in life, we must continue to paint the perfect picture, create the perfect dance, sing a perfect song, play a perfect piece, and act in a manner and knowing of what we have accomplished. I would like to thank my wonderful parents and my best friend and sister Denasia for always pushing me to be there when I needed it most, encouraging me to be the best that I can be. I would like to thank my aunties, uncles, and cousins for being a great support system. I would like to thank my teachers for being in my corner and providing me with the great knowledge that I can use in the future. I am short on time, so I won't name them all, but I would like to thank my friends who've always been there for me as a shoulder to cry on and people who I could rely on to keep my head in the game. And most importantly, I would like to thank the greatest of them all, my Lord and Savior, who blessed me with the health, knowledge, and strength through these years. Class of 2020, we're finally done.
Now, it is with great honor that I would like to thank the Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts Class of 2020. Tonight, this chapter of your life will end, but tomorrow another one will begin. And the essential question is, will you be ready? Will you be ready for tomorrow? The next phase of your life will come with an enormous amount of obstacles. Will you be ready? Whether you are enrolled in college, enter the workforce, you must take charge of your own lives. You must prove to your parents, teachers, and the Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts community that as young adults, you will make the right decisions because you have been provided with the right tools to do so. So the answer is yes, without a doubt, you will be ready. It is now time for our last farewells. This evening may be the last time you will see a fellow classmate. When you leave tonight, you will go your separate ways. Some will become a doctor, some will be a lawyer, some will become a musician, actor, and dancer. Whatever path you decide to walk, you will always be united as the outstanding Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts Class of 2020. Go Stallions and farewell.
Scholarships for Stilwell School of the Arts. Superintendent scholarships. Lauren alums, $1,000. Cameron Smith, $1,000. Darian Long, $500. Sharaksha Sundaraja, $500. Rick Shrewsbury Herff Jones Scholarship, James Stinson IV. And the Clayton County Public Schools Scholarship in the amount of $500 each. Claire Bennett, Kendall Brown, Lakaya Hobby, Caitlin Hobby, Kalia Johnson, Olivia Mason, Lindell McFadden, Caleb Middleton, Madison Stafford, Nashay Waring.
Good evening, parents, relatives, guests, faculty and staff, and most of all, the outstanding Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts Class of 2020. We are honored to have you to join us for the commencement ceremony for the Class of 2020. Before we move forward with today's ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize a group of talented men and women who work extremely hard on behalf of all students at Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts. And they are the Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts faculty and staff. Please join me in giving them a hearty round of applause.
Bienvenidos amigos, familiares, administradores, maestros, y the outstanding class of 2020. I'm Patience Stuckey, your senior class president, and it is an honor to have the opportunity to speak to you all, whether virtually or otherwise. I cannot continue without first addressing the current circumstances. You are among an elite class of seniors that has accomplished this feat in the midst of a global pandemic, an economic disaster, and a peak of racial uproar. You are living proof that no matter how bad things may seem, there will always be good in this world. I like to live with the notion that everything is temporary. The struggles that it took you to get here were temporary, and the laughs and tender moments you shared with your peers along the way were temporary. I can't sit here and tell you everything's going to be okay, but I will tell you that this situation will not last forever, and we will emerge out of this in prosperity. Each member of the class of 2020 is a future success story. I see future entrepreneurs, CEOs, performers, doctors, lawyers, engineers, service members, and leaders of a new world. Relaying this message to you takes me back to my 8th grade graduation, in which I recited a speech on the importance of education, and it amazes me that God has taken me back to this place once again to be a vessel to encourage my peers. And since then, I've met so many amazing people and accomplished so many things in high school, and my experience has been anything but typical. But that stems from the fact that the class of 2020 is not typical. We are strangers to mediocrity. We are brilliantly talented, undeniably resilient, and we possess the unique power to come together and support each other, whether strangers or friends, when it matters the most. Right now, you may be experiencing an array of emotions. You may feel like something's been taken from you, and you may be wondering, why me? But I'm here to tell you that this is a blessing in disguise. This name will now and forever hold weight in this world. People will look back on times like this and wonder how we did it, how we managed to triumph in times of uncertainty and managed to come closer together in this newly touchless world. And when they ask, tell them it's because you're a member of the class of 2020 and greatness will forever be in your path. We walk, operate, and exist in excellence, and the world now knows that. Going forward, I charge you with this. Use this. Channel this new addition to your life's resume and use it to remind you. If you take nothing else from this, remember that you are always stronger than your situation. Being your senior class president has given me the honor of seeing each of you grow as scholars and as people, so I wish you nothing but prosperity as you embark on the next journey of your life. But for now, be proud of yourself, because you did it, and that's something that no one can take away from you. So go forth and live abundantly, because you deserve it.
Now, it is with great honor that I would like to thank the Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts class of 2020. Tonight, this chapter of your life will end, but tomorrow another one will begin. And the essential question is, will you be ready? Will you be ready for tomorrow? The next phase of your life will come with an enormous amount of obstacles. Will you be ready? Whether you are enrolled in college, enter the workforce, you must take charge of your own lives. You must prove to your parents, teachers, and the Martha Ellen Stilwell School of the Arts community that as young adults, you will make the right decisions because you have been provided with the right tools to do so. So the answer is yes, without a doubt, you will be ready.
Darian Joy Long. Diana Wen. Sriraksha Sundararaj. Maya Elise Jackson. Joy Simone Williams.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it. I would like to thank my family and friends who were with me along this journey, and I am proud to announce I'll be attending Kansas State University this fall.
Tiffany Hai Doe. David Onyedikachukwu Obi. Amir Ahmad Ali. Faith Garrett.
For one last time, this has been Faith Garrett, a proud member of the class of 2020. I really just wanted to say goodbye to all of y'all. I'm really going to miss you all.
Talia Diane Sanders. Lauren Charlia Allams. Toluwalase Olufemi Ayantunji. Lakaya Kiera Nicole Franklin.
This is Lakaya Franklin, and I'm one of the honor graduates here at Stilwell. I'll be attending Piedmont College in the fall to study English and creative writing. I wish us all the best of luck and congratulations.
Rebecca Priscilla Acosta. Ketsia Wasambuka Alberto. Kaylin Nicolette Anderson. Detroit Timothy Kojo Ishubonting. Correa Drizel Beatty. Claire Elizabeth Bennett. Jasmine Nate Bennett Rowe. Adriana Ramoni Bland. Emilio Joshua Bonomi. Kendall Lashanti Brown. Zara Lillian Brown. Gia Angelina Kennedy Burson. Litsi Sitlali Karachure. Jada Mary Carey. Marsalis Alize Kazi. Nubia Nichelle Kazi. Sanaya Elise Chambers. Michaela Cassandra Crowder. Taylor Aisha Monet David. Taya Imani Dillard. Shay Elise Renee Dixon. Amari Makia Doss. Liberty Daylon Dunson. Charisma Shanira Dyson. Kalius Alexander Edwards. Alyssa C. Egorugwu.
My name is Alyssa. I was a vocal major at Stilwell, and I'm now headed to the University of Georgia in Athens. Go Dogs! I would just like to thank my family for your love and support. I love you!
Amari Janae Ellis. Price Emmanuel Irwin. Toshiana Nari Evans. Yasmin Royal Feltz. Jamie Alyssa Fiedler. King Joseph Fields. Jada Anik Fleming.
I just wanted to thank my mother as well as my other family members for keeping me motivated throughout this entire journey, because Lord knows I did not want to get out of my bed to go to school, but we made it. Class of 2020 signing out.
Alexis Marie Garcia. Brittany Monique Gates. Brittany Nicole Gray. Sydney Caree Green. Josanne Greenaway. Kafi Sarah Hamler. Noni Anaya Hamler. Demary Michelle Henderson. Patricia Aaliyah Hester. Caitlin Jean Hobby. Shayla Beverly Holloway. Taikori Devone Samoa Hooker. Versity J. Jefferson. Janice Marianne Johnson. Jalen Jacoby Johnson. Catherine Ann Johnson. Kalia Joy Johnson. Aaliyah Amy Jones. Patience Takai Jones. Sanai Niel Jordan.
We did it, class of 2020. I would like to thank my friends and family that's been with me throughout this journey. I'm ready for my next chapter.
Keyshawn Jerneal Kelly. Sullivan Ying Keo. Joshua Shamar Kerbo. Jared Alexander Knight. Olivia Jean Knight. John Eddie Lay. Jose Demian Lemus. Naya Jael Lewis. Naya Alexis Longchamp. Sierra Lopez. Samantha Della Lowe. Tamaji Yvette Mirak Martin. Sabrina Martinez. Curi Alberto Martinez Cruz. Elvia Martinez Quintanar. Olivia Elizabeth Mason.
Thank you to my family and friends. I did it.
Lindell Murray McFadden. Sierra Renee Merkson. Caleb Middleton. Josie Ann Murr.
I want to thank my friends and family for helping me get through these years, but most importantly, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who gave me the strength to make it through these past 4 years.
Shelby Shalise Morton. Evan Lawrence Mosley.
It's been a long and exciting journey over the years, and I'm proud to say, class of 2020, we did it.
Inaya Fazia Muhammad. Eric Nguyen. Robert Nichols.
Class of 2020.
Lauren Sidney Oliver. Alani Carolyn Pace. Jacqueline Paredes. Destiny Michelle Parker. Michael Vincent Parks. Nia Yvette Parks. Joshua Louis Pascal. Paige Alana Phillips. Argel Pimentel Dominguez. Jaleel Devon Ragland. Jalea Elise Randolph. Khadija S. Reeves. Michael Cleotis Ricks. Elizabeth Gabrielle Robertson. Kimberly Rojas. Iria J. Jamia Rowe.
Oh man, I did it. 2020 will most definitely be a year I will never forget. I want to thank my family for all the love and support that they have constantly given me because I did it.
Jordan Lee Satterfield. Kayleen Sar Sim. Cameron Marion Smith.
Thank you, friends and family, for supporting me through my high school career. I will be going to SCAD to major in sequential arts.
Michael Deshawn Smith. Madison Marie Stafford. Jemiah Adriana Starr. Jordan Roland Stewart. James Stinson. Patience, my dear Stuckey. Vishrut Sandeep Thaker. Melanie Renee Threets. Jadania Kristen Townsend.
Guys, we did it. Wish you all the best in your future endeavors and hope everyone is staying safe and everybody's strong. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Huang Tien Tran. Denny Phuoc Vuong. Alasia Monet Walton. Sulika Cheyenne Ward. Nashay Alisa Waring.
I would just like to say congratulations to the class of 2020. We made it, and I know we're going to be amazing, and we're going to be successful in our future endeavors. Bye!
Amia Felicia White. Demarius Elijah White.
I want to thank my mom, extended family, and church family for supporting me during my high school journey. Well done, class of 2020.
Shayla Renee Whitfield. Blair Alexandria Wilder. Morgan Terrell Williams. Nevaeh Zakiya Williams. Sydney Alexandria Williams. Zoe Imani Willingham. Keith Robert Wilson. Christian Zamora.
Seniors of the class of 2020, I want you to be upset. I want you to feel like you've been slighted. But I don't want you to stop there. I want you to channel all of those emotions into some constructive decisions for your life. I want you to channel those emotions into a decision to go to college. Not just go to college, but to finish college. Whether it be a 4-year university, a junior college, a technical school, I challenge you to channel that energy into getting some type of credential that will position you and your family differently going forward. I challenge you, if you're not registered to vote, I challenge you to get registered to vote. I challenge you to don't pick one issue to vote on, but pick a litany of issues to vote on. If you vote for a party, vote because that party has several issues aligned that impact your life in a positive way. Not one issue, but several issues. I'll give you a few issues, young people, that are important. as you graduate from Clayton County Public Schools. Education, the economy, employment or unemployment, criminal justice, health care. All of these are issues, and you need to vote for a party that will allow you equity of access, equity of opportunity, equity of resources in not just one area of your life, but in all of these areas that make a difference. I challenge you to channel that energy to run for elected positions. If you don't like what you see, and if you're watching what I watch, you probably don't, I encourage you, I challenge you to run for those elected positions. Do what it takes to mobilize. Do what it takes to get yourself in one of those positions. Why? So you can make a difference for your family, for your community, for your state, and for your nation. I challenge you. Much has been taken away from you. But if you study this situation, it all goes back to a leadership or a lack of it. I challenge you. I encourage you to rise up and to be leaders. Rise up to be leaders. Be moral and just leaders. Leaders that do what's right for all people. If you lead a police department, expect every officer to do what is right by all people, to treat men and women as if they were dealing with their own sons and daughters. I challenge you, class of 2020, if you become doctors and nurses and healthcare techs and other workers in the healthcare industry, I challenge you to treat all people that walk into the hospitals, into your doctor's offices, treat them all with respect and concern, and allow the quality of healthcare services to be consistent from person to person, regardless of the color of their skin. I challenge you, young people, class of 2020, if you choose to go into education, I challenge you to be teachers who value all students, administrators who value all students, recognizing that they may have differences, but the beauty of life is the diversity of life. I challenge you, class of 2020, to make a difference in your life, the life of your family, and the life of your community, the life of your state, and the life of your nation, and of course, your world. No, I don't expect you to like the situation, and you should not. But I expect you to do something differently because of it. I expect you. This community expects you. Your family expects you to take all of this situation as it is, much of it that you had no control over, and make a difference in the areas that you do have control over. That is our hope. That is our expectation of you, the class of 2020. Members of the Clayton County Board of Education, I, Dr. Maurice J. Beasley, Superintendent of Clayton County Public Schools, do hereby certify that these members of the class of 2020 have met the requirements for graduation for the state of Georgia and Clayton County Public Schools. It is with great honor that I recognize these members of the class of 2020. The class of 2020 has the rights and privileges granted to any graduate of Clayton County Public Schools. Congratulations, graduates. You may turn your tassels from right to left. You are charged now to channel all that energy to go and make a difference for yourself, your family, your community, your state, and your nation. Go and make a difference.